Welcome back to the basement.
Welcome back.
Welcome back to the fucking basement yard.
Yeah, exactly.
I had a.
Yeah,
You know.
you haven't done the accent in a little bit. Now that we've been
well,
back,
no one cares if I do it at home.
Right.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
I think I've probably annoyed my family with it at this point.
See, that's shocking. Because I didn't think that you ever could annoy anybody.
You heard that shit, right?
I heard a gasp. Over
You
here.
heard the gasp. Aunt gasped. I am gassed. Gasped?
I don't know if that's.
I am aghast.
You are aghast.
Aghastly.
Don't make this about Pokemon.
I'm sorry. It's always about Pokemon with me.
We just got back from Europe 2 days ago, I think.
Yeah. Why are you saying that? Like really, like a day and a half ago.
Yeah, I don't know.
What time? By the way, what time did you walk into your place?
I don't know. What time did we land? Like 4:30 or something?
No, we landed at like 3:20.
Oh, then I probably got home. I got home in an hour and 10 minutes.
That's not too bad. Yeah, we're back. The boys are back. We had a really successful.
The boys are back in town. The boys are back in town.
Bing, bing, diddle-diddle. The boys
We're
are back in town.
The boys are back in town.
Thin Lizzy, I think, sings that.
Thin Lizzy.
Thin Lizzy.
Who is she?
Who is she and why is she so
She's
thin?
clearly
Is she
made
okay?
an impression.
Is she okay? Get this.
Thin Lizzy.
Get her a fucking pint.
Yeah.
So what Joe is referencing is while we were in Europe, we had we had several shows in 3 different countries.
Mm-hmm.
First stop was in Glasgow, Scotland.
Yeah.
You know, and then we went right over London, went down fucking down it.
Fuck off.
Yeah, and then
We had 3 shows there. Had a great time there.
and then we ended up in Dublin, Ireland.
Yeah.
I'm still working on that one. That's the only one but
It's tough.
you scared me. Joey scared me into practicing because as soon as I practiced the Scottish accent, and I think I got it pretty good.
It's good.
You know, just like give me something to say.
Hey, how are you?
See, but like give it like something with like, hey, how are ya? Like it's not great, but like while it was there, it was better. I think.
Okay.
I think
It's the air.
I think the air and the ground.
Blame the air and the ground.
You know, but like Scotland, how are ya?
Yeah.
We had a fucking proper time in Scotland.
How many Guinnesses do you think that you had? We also had a baby Guinness shot for the first time. Those are delicious. Those are delicious.
And the reason they call them baby Guinness is because they look like a
little Guinness.
we do baby Guinness. I would say
Yeah.
a couple dozen.
Oh. Back in turn.
Oh, he's gasping over there. He's all over.
Love it.
Listen, I
I
always
love the stuff.
You know, it's so fucking funny. Fucking funny.
Yeah, Frank, why does this upset you? I didn't like Guinness when we were 19. Let it go. It was over 10
But
years
even
ago.
a couple years ago, when we were recording episodes of the Basement Yard podcast, which you could find everywhere, you would openly say, "I don't like Guinness. It's gross to me." And you know what? I'm not going to give you
What
too
do you
much.
want out of this interaction?
Nothing.
though?
I'm not. That's why I literally was just going to say I'm not going to give you too much shit because I understand our palate changes as we grow up and we experience
Clearly
more
you
of the
don't.
world. I do. That's what I'm saying.
There's no need to bring it up.
I brought it up, bitch. Now what?
I said I liked it, and then you're like, "Oh, but you didn't like it 10 years
I think
ago."
it was just
a decade ago. You said you didn't like it.
It's Joey. You and I need to hold each other accountable. So as we grow up in life, and we like things that we previously had not liked, we're gonna bring it up.
So
You've done this to me too.
you like the same things that you've liked since 2009.
And then there's some other stuff that I've also liked too.
Which ones?
Watches. I like watches. I used to make fun of watches.
It's true.
I used to make fun of them, but see, I grow. I blossom into this beautiful butterfly that you see in front of you.
So you're allowed, but I'm not.
No, you are. That's what I just said. I'm not gonna give you too much shit.
But you gave shit.
We
You
gave.
handed me shit on a platter.
Well, so we took the red eye into Edinburgh. Am I saying that right?
Yep.
Because it's not pronounced. It's
Edinburgh?
not spelled that way. It is spelled Edinburgh.
Edinburgh.
Yeah, I think the GH is just like.
Yeah.
It's not like
Edinburgh.
And then some of us, it was a little tough on some of us. You know, I can't sleep on planes.
I barely slept.
So we were pretty tired.
Mm-hmm.
Best way to stay awake was with a couple Guinness.
A couple of Guinness.
And seeing a castle, too.
Loved the castle.
There was a big bitch there.
Dude, I can't even... We went to the Edinburgh Castle, and there was a like chapel on the grounds, and there was a sign outside, like, this was built in 1130.
Yeah, that's old.
How is that even a real year? You know what I mean? Oh, and then when we were in Dublin, we saw the book. They're like, this book is from 800. I'm like, that doesn't even sound
It doesn't make
real.
sense. It doesn't make sense because, like, before, like...
800.
I'll be really honest with you. It's hard for me to conceptualize things before the year 1900. Like, before 1900, it's like, this is an ancient relic.
I mean, yeah.
But, like, it's hard for me to realize that and conceptualize that. Now you're going another 1,100 years prior.
The year 800? That's a joke.
And who's keeping track of years at that point?
There were people like scribes or something.
Yeah, but I don't think they were just like, oh, welcome to year 801. I think they probably can, like, carbon date some of the things.
No, they had calendars. Didn't the Mayan calendar was like old as hell?
In the Mayan, amongst the Mayan people.
Yeah.
I don't think they were like,
I
in
think that-
Scotland, they were like, what are the Mayans saying the year is?
So you're saying that no one was keeping track of the days? Of course
I'm sure
had
they
people.
were, but they probably were all scattershot. They were probably like, over here was one day, over there was another, so they've had to like kind of try to like loop it all together.
I don't even know what you're trying to say. Are you saying like the years are completely off?
I'm saying they might have been off, like the way that they had kept time and like tracked it, but like now because of like, oh, this happened, they say this happened in this year and this happened in this year, so it probably happened in this year. And they can use carbon dating.
I think that you're just trying to like make yourself understand it. So you're like,
Yeah.
there's no way they got it right.
Yeah.
Which is not fair.
But before 1900, everyone was stupid, in my opinion. Like, there
Right.
were no smart people.
How many are there now?
There's a good amount. You know, us.
Well,
Well, what?
that was a hot start. Us?
I think there are smart people. But, like, you've never thought of, like, if you were put in, like, the Wild West, you wouldn't, like, rule the town because of how smart you are? We just talked about this.
Oh, like today if you put me in the Wild West?
yeah, if you, like, time traveled back to the Wild West. Or, like, the medieval times, dude.
No way, Frank. Are you insane? You in the medieval times, well, you're just the smartest guy in the world. What are you going to do? Dude, these people fight each other with swords. What are you going to do in that
I
situation?
mean, you give me some time. I think I'd be...
also, they had poison back then. People were getting poisoned.
well, because they had food testers.
Right.
So they'd be like, yo, chew my food. If they don't die, I'm good. You know? Also, I prepare my own food.
How do you plan on taking over the town in a medieval village?
Well,
You would have to be a good fighter.
I would bring a lighter with me.
You would bring a lighter?
I'd bring a lighter with me.
Oh, so you're walking into a time machine.
So, yes, that's what I just said. Like, your time machine displaced.
Okay.
And I'd bring some stuff with me. I'd bring a lighter.
Yeah.
I would bring...
They'd probably kill you as a witch immediately if you showed that.
No, because I'd be like, yo, you're crazy. I'm
But what do
hexing
you-
all of
but
you guys.
what
Watch
about-
this. Fire from my hand.
That's what.
Yeah,
it
but
is.
you can't hurt anyone with a lighter.
Yes, I can.
How?
I burn them.
Frank,
What do you
if
mean
I
how?
have a sword and you have a lighter, I'm cutting your head off.
I don't think...
You don't think that?
I don't think so.
You're like, oh, I have a lighter. I could just...
Oh,
Yeah, or a bow and arrow.
you didn't even ask me what else I was bringing. I'm bringing a handgun with a good amount of ammo.
But with a good amount of
With a
ammo.
good
But you don't
amount-
have a handgun.
I'll go get one. If I know, like, oh, tomorrow I'm going on this time machine, I'm bringing a handgun with me.
Okay.
You know, and I'll bring a backpack filled with ammo,
Uh-huh.
a couple lighters.
So you're just going back to raise hell.
Yeah.
Okay, good. This is so good.
They'd be like, yo, oh yeah? Bang. Now what?
I wouldn't even want to take over a village. Like, if I had a time machine, I don't think I would go back to, like, medieval times or...
Oh, I wouldn't either. But if I had to, I would.
Would you rather go in the past or in the future?
Past.
But where would you go?
So here's the question. There's so many questions I have
Well,
right
there
now.
was one question that came from the question person, the question asker, and then you're supposed to give an answer.
I have questions that will dictate my answer. Am I in my current form, and is my at the time version of me there? Or is it just like I will take the version of whatever time I am in? So like
That's a good question.
am I going to if
I mean,
I
if
go
you go back to
two-
third grade, you're not going to look like this.
Well, okay, so that's my question.
Oh, your brain will be in your body. If you
So,
wanna-
like-
so you would go back in your timeline.
Yeah, I would do that 100%. 100,000,000%.
Okay.
You wouldn't do that at all.
Go back to like when I was like 16.
Yeah, I mean, 16, 6, whatever you want. You can 20. Like last week you could go back. You know, like it doesn't matter. But like,
right, but you could also go like way back and like I don't know.
Yeah, but then I'm just like a normal person in like the 1930s. What is cool about that?
So why would you? So where would you go?
I mean, I'd like to hang as myself, like as like a 6-year-old. Again.
You want to put your 33-year-old brain into a 6-year-old?
Yeah.
And then do what?
Have a really fun time.
All your friends are 6, Frank. This is weird.
No, I don't care about hanging out with other people.
So what are you gonna do? You're not even allowed out.
I'm gonna play with my toys. What do you mean?
You're gonna take your brain, put it in a 6-year-old so that you have a bedtime, and then you're gonna play with your toys.
I would like to do that. Yes, I have all my toys. Play with the toys.
But
and
you
then
won't even have the nostalgic effect. Like you're
I would be like, I remember these are like, yeah, because I still have my current day brain.
Oh, you want to live deja vu?
Just like live for like a couple days, not too long.
Okay.
And then I would tell my parents, like, first of all, Dad, come home.
Right.
Let's talk. There's this thing that's coming out called Apple. Oh, Apple had been out at that point.
So was Google.
When we were 6?
I think so, right?
I would say Google, Amazon, Apple.
Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Well, that's it. That's in the future. I would tell them about that too.
I would tell them that above anything.
I would say all of those: Amazon, Google, Apple, Bitcoin, Uber, maybe because Uber blew up. I would say put money into those things as soon as you can. Don't fuck around.
Do you think? Don't fuck around. This is coming from the body of a 6-year-old, by the way.
Yeah, I think my dad would not take me seriously.
I don't think anybody would. You think your mom would be like, "Yes, 6-year-old
I'm
Frank."
and I'll be like, I can tell you things about yourself that you don't know that I know yet. So
you can make that up, yo. A 6-year-old could say that to you. Like your daughter could be
No,
like,
but like it would be real. It would be. I'm not saying like
To
in
you.
the future, but like at that time, be like, by the way, I know what's currently going on with you. I know you haven't told us, but like I'm showing you I'm wise beyond my years here.
You've watched a lot of movies.
I have too many.
I love how that your plan is to play with your toys when you're 6 years old. That's so like
You could do that now.
it makes sense. Yeah, you could do that.
No,
now.
it's weird if I do it now.
Okay.
I mean, you'd still be you now in a body of a 6-year-old.
I just think it would be cool. And then I would tell
Are you in
myself,
school at 6? Yeah, right.
Yeah, you're in first grade. And then I would tell myself,
Yeah, maybe in Miss D. Filippi's class.
yeah, it was last name out there now.
Yeah.
I would also tell myself, or my parents, I would say like, go buy as many Pokemon cards as you can. Go buy as many like in-box Pokemon games.
You realize you probably did say this at 6, and they didn't do it. They did not do it. They're like, okay.
I would just like, I would really like, I'd come out a bajillionaire.
Yeah.
I would.
How old? So this is 1998. You're saying you go back to?
Yeah, I think we would do pretty well for
Yeah.
ourselves.
I mean, I would definitely, tell my parents and stuff like, in 3 years, stay out of Manhattan.
There it is.
But
that one.
I would say
I would probably. I mean, your parents weren't in Manhattan.
True. But
So,
I would
like-
say spread the word about the island.
Yeah, I mean, then it was, so you think that people are not going to listen to me about Apple, Google, Uber, Amazon, and Bitcoin,
Yeah.
but they're going to listen to you about an oncoming terrorist attack that kills 3,000 people.
I'll be honest with you. First of all, I'm not going back to 1998 if I had a time machine.
Oh, let me guess. You're going back to 2013, so you could see 21-year-old Joe and just be like, "Hey, stop shaving your head. Let's talk about the future." Also,
No.
Young and Restless is not a good clothing brand investment right now. You should probably stop wearing it so much.
Reckless.
Did I say
would go-
Restless?
Yeah.
It's soap opera.
That's a soap opera?
The Young and the Restless, yeah.
Do you watch soap operas? Is that a
No,
thing? Oh, okay.
no.
I was going to say that's bananas. But I wouldn't go back in my life. I would go way behind that.
To do what?
See what it was like.
I mean, you can read about what it was like. Why do you need to see it? And
Frank, you already lived this. You can just remember
but
it.
I forgot it.
Your fault.
And I'm setting myself up for the future. So are you going to be like, hey, young Warren Buffett, let's talk about like who I am to you and like how I can like once I'm born in 1992, how we can work together.
No, I think if I had the choice to be like, you can go back to any time in life and experience that for a certain amount of whatever, like I wouldn't pick shit I've already experienced. Why would I do that?
Crazy. Because you want to re-experience it, re-solidify the memory in your brain, the feeling, so you could pass that along to future generations, whether they be your children, your grandchildren, or whatever. Instilling that sense of love and playfulness and childlike wonder, remembering what that is, reconnecting with your roots, and then give that to the next generation in order for them to maintain that is something that is wildly
You don't think you
valuable.
could do that without a time machine? You can remember everything. You remember your
I
childhood.
remember a lot, but there's a lot
Frank,
I
you
don't.
remember everything.
I remember a lot.
Yeah,
But there's a lot that I don't remember.
and that's okay.
I just think that it is exceptionally more important.
And
back
maybe-
at a time, by the way,
when
when companies were way more playful with their marketing and stuff, there is a way to go back. Maybe I go back and I buy some green ketchup. Maybe I go back and talk to Robert Downey Jr. and I give him the push to accept the Iron Man role. Maybe I go back and I lend a helping hand to a young Christopher Reeve before he rode on that horse. You know, just do as much good as I can.
These are all before you were born, no?
And Christopher Reeve, I think that happened in like 95.
Oh, so when you were 3 years old, you're gonna help him off the horse.
I would just say, hey, don't get on that horse, Mr. Reeve.
All right.
There's so much that I could do. The opportunities, the possibilities are truly endless. And we started talking about this because we were talking about a book from 1,400 years ago. Nope, that's not right. 1,200 years ago.
Would you go back in your life, or would you go back a different time, or in the future?
I mean, you wouldn't go back before Twisted Teas existed.
Right,
So.
right. I think it'd be cool to experience something that you have, like just sitting around looking. But
Oh my God, the
definitely
first time you
further
went
back.
to Disney, dude, you're fucking.
Actually, yeah. I mean, think
I don't
about
know
it.
why that's not interesting to me.
I mean, what am I gonna go see the pyramids being built? Oh, all right.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, that would be super cool. Like, imagine.
Whoa, they're being built.
But
Now what? You're gonna come here and tell people, and no one's gonna believe you.
It would be cool.
Yeah, but we're going back to the same thing. You can make the same argument that you're 6 years old and you're like, oh, invest in Uber. And your mom's going to be like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah,
You're like,
but
it's a car. It shows up and it's on a phone. She's gonna be like, I don't know what any of that means.
Ant.
Am I in a like a bubble and I could watch, or do I have to be on the
Sure. Yeah. Sure. If you want.
You're in a bubble.
like the time machine? You know, am I
talking-
looking?
We're talking. What was that word? Westworld here. Like we got Westworld technology. You can kind of do whatever you want. If you want to pay for the service where you're just like a silent watcher.
How about this? You can go back, but you're like your body, but no one knows that it's you. You understand?
Yeah, I get you.
So like you could theoretically see yourself in whatever.
Or
year
you can go
to.
back and be like, Mom, Dad, I'm your son from the future.
Yeah, I don't want to ruin
Let's
everything.
talk.
Yeah.
Guess what happens?
I wouldn't do what I don't think you would get a lot out of that. But imagine you could go back and just know these questions that people have been wondering for so long, and you can go back and like actually not figure out, but like witness something. Like that would be cool.
Yeah, I don't really care.
All right. That's fine.
I don't really care.
I don't think I
know
would
how
redo
we got from
anything.
Scotland
Yeah.
to here.
Because we were talking about how old those places are. And that's the thing that is so cool about Europe, too. Like, and why, I guess where we grew up is kind of like, because things get torn down and built up all the time. So everything's like relatively new. Everything in this, not everything, but like a lot of the stuff in those cities are from hundreds of years ago.
Yeah,
And
and-
they're very pretty.
Yes, they are. But also their infrastructure is also clearly based off of things from hundreds of years ago because the plumbing and electric out there was not great.
It's not perf. It's definitely not perf.
We
but
we lost power in 3 straight Airbnbs.
we
Bang,
did.
bang, boom. 3 days in a row. No power, no power. Just because someone plugged in. By the way, like not like plugged in like did a dumb American thing and like plugged like an American plug into something. It was a legit
Yeah.
Scottish plug.
Yeah.
And we lost power. And then Mikey filmed it. I imagine it'll be available in some capacity, but
Yeah.
like it was not fun.
To lose power?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I mean, we didn't lose power for a long time. It wasn't that bad.
Yeah,
We went through the blackout. You remember the blackout? Would you go back on a time machine and go experience the blackout again?
Why?
It's kind of fun.
It was. I mean, from what I remember, I was actually in Connecticut for most of it.
I wish I was older for that, so that because
So
I
you
know
can get into trouble.
no get into trouble. I'm saying I wish I was like 19.
That would have been dangerous.
Why?
Sorry. That's like a thing. Ruby says that. So I
No.
said that.
I'm saying why would it be dangerous?
Being a 19-year-old in a blacked out New York City for a week, dude, us would have gotten into trouble.
I think that would have been cool. We played like soccer or something, didn't we?
I was in Connecticut for most of the summer.
Okay.
But yeah, during the day. But like, bro, at night, remember there were like, I remember the small amount of time that I was here, there were like cops on every single corner because like, it was, bro, Astoria had no power for a week.
Yeah. That was crazy.
That shit was nuts.
I was taking like naps in the middle of the night. But like my dad would have the car on so that we could sleep with AC because it was hot as hell.
Yeah. Oh, wow. I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, it was so hot.
That is crazy.
I remember when I was sleeping in the middle of the night, then the lights came on, and I was like, yes.
I mean, remember everyone thought it was another terrorist attack.
Yeah.
And
when was that?
2005, I want to say.
Oh, so not that far away. Yeah, I would have been scared. This is such a weird thing that maybe it doesn't add to the story at all. But I remember hearing like a loud noise outside, which I don't know if that's like real or if I'm making that up now because it's been so long since this thing. And Hey Arnold was on the TV, and it was Helga Pataki, and she was like confessing her love for Arnold or something, and the TV shut off. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, who turned the TV off? And then everything was off.
Who interrupted my Hey Arnold?
Who interrupted Hey Arnold? Great show.
That was a pretty good show.
Great show.
Sick bedroom that kid had. Let me tell you, not many bedrooms I wanted to have that weren't mine. That was one of them, 100%.
You loved your bedroom that much?
I liked my bedroom, yeah.
Which one? Because you've had 3 bedrooms.
1, 2, 3. I actually had 4 in that house.
So which was your fave?
I mean, my fave was when I was older, like in high school, and I had like my own little space.
The basement?
Yeah. That was fun.
Go down to the right, you mean?
To the right, yeah. I used to have the one to the left before that.
Right, by the back door.
Good time. I used to sleep with a knife under my pillow,
Yeah.
which people apparently think that's crazy.
Yeah.
No.
No one was breaking into your house.
But we had a great time in Scotland. We went over to England. We had some fucking proper pints. Yeah, we did.
Bangers and mash?
Where's I didn't
that?
have any bangers and mash.
I had some sort of banger. What's a banger?
A banger is a
sausage?
sausage in your mouth, yeah.
Yeah.
There was just bangers in your mouth. People were banging your mouth.
I see what you're doing here.
We
That wasn't happening at all.
We saw Buckingham Palace.
Buckingham Palace, which was super okay.
Yeah, it was all right.
I was expecting more, to be honest. Big Ben blew me out of the water.
Big Ben was huge.
You listen, people talk about how big this thing is, and they're right, but no one talks about the girth of it.
No one talks about how wide and thick Big Ben is.
Big Ben's a big, thick Ben. Dude, big guy.
And shiny, dude.
Shiny. How do they keep it so clean?
Bro, I don't know what is going on over there. It probably has a lot to do with, like, the crown and stuff like that.
They're cleaning that
They're
clock.
cleaning and polishing. All, like, the gold over there was, like, polished,
Shiny.
brother. It was shiny as hell. And also,
Oh, Big Ben.
Big Ben. dude.
Big Benjamin.
I will say, from a distance, you're like, that's just a big clock. You get up close to this thing, and it's just like,
That's a big clock.
This is a big fat Ben.
Yeah.
That was a big old one.
Oh, my God, dude. The London Eye, saw it from afar.
Yeah.
I get it. It's a circle.
It's a circle.
When you're looking at the London Eye, the best part about the London Eye is that if you turn around, you can see
Big Ben.
fucking Ben. Big Ben right there, being Big Ben right there.
He's pretty
That's
big.
the best part.
He's pretty big, yeah.
He's big.
And there's also just like a lot of just old shit in that area.
Spiky fences around Big Ben. You remember that?
Big spiky fences. And
I'm
like,
like touching it. I'm like,
I'm
dude,
touching-
these are kill a person.
well, because they had to keep out intruders just in case someone wanted to scale Ben. But like, you touch it, bro, you fall on that thing, it's done.
You legitimately, if you took someone and threw them on it, they'd be impaled.
Yeah, dead.
They
And,
got to
like,
keep Ben safe.
So maybe what they're doing is they're polishing the gold.
Yeah.
They're looking up at Big Ben,
And they're like, whoa.
and they're just like keeping the
What are you doing?
they're keeping the fence pointy.
Yeah, they're like
They're like filing it down and
Yeah.
stuff like that, and they're just like, no one's gonna get to our friend Ben. No one's gonna do
Dude.
it.
It's a very spiky fence and a very big bend.
They used to kill people by just like throwing them on spikes, right?
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Yeah. It's not. I wouldn't want that to happen.
No way.
I like touched the fence and I was like, oh, my finger. Can you imagine being impaled, bro?
If you're
Very
falling
not
from
good
Big
way.
Ben, you're not living, dude.
No
Like,
way.
if you land on that, like maybe if you land in the water, because there's the River Thames right there.
Yeah, but you.
Maybe.
No way,
But
dude.
like you land on one of those pointy fences. I gotta be really honest with you.
Be honest.
Love a pointy fence. Like
I
an
do too.
iron pointy fence.
A dangerous fence.
Our fucking elementary school and my high school had those.
What? It had a pointy fence?
Yeah, yours did too, right?
Very, very.
A lot of like old schools in Queens have pointy iron fences, dude.
I remember our fences, but I don't remember them being pointy.
Hell yeah, they were pointy, brother. Do me a favor. Look up on Google Maps our elementary school.
Oh.
What?
Just to prove a point.
I know what it looks like. I'm just saying I just don't remember.
Yeah, there were pointy fences up there.
I do remember I pushed a kid named Demir, one of our friends,
Yeah,
into a
of course.
fence at a certain point, and they had little kind of spikes on them, and he chased me.
Demir famously, by the way,
Never got his paws on me.
we said like, hey Demir, like let's reconnect and talk. Messaged him, left unread, brother. Absolutely.
Bing, bang, boom.
Yeah.
I tell you what, you know who didn't get left on red? SeatGeek. Okay? SeatGeek is where you're buying all your tickets, okay? You're going to a live event. You're going to go see a team, an artist, a band, a monster truck rally. You can get your tickets with SeatGeek, okay? They have a wonderful interface where it's color-coded, so dark green means a really good price for that ticket, and then dark red, might want to stay away from that. That's an overpriced ticket right there. But I've been using SeatGeek for years now. It has over 28 million downloads. It's the #1 rated ticketing app in the App Store, and there's over 70,000 events listed on SeatGeek, including concerts, sports, festivals, things like that. SeatGeek, though, been using them for years, like I said, and you can save some money. So we're going to save you some money. You want to buy tickets to something? Let's go. My sister just used my code the other day. She went to a comedy show. Yeah, so go download the SeatGeek app and use the code BASEMENT2025 for 10% off of your next set of tickets at SeatGeek, okay? That's any tickets on there, 10% off with that code BASEMENT2025. Okay, so go enjoy that, folks. And we also have Fitbod. The good weather is right around the corner, so if you want to get right into shape, you can do so with Fitbod, because Fitbod creates a personalized workout routine based on your goals, fitness level, and available equipment, okay, which is important. A lot of people don't have access to a gym membership or any sort of workout equipment. If that's the case, they can still create a workout routine personalized for your goals. So if you want to put on some mass, you want to get stronger, or if you want to lose weight or thin out, fat loss, whatever it is, they can create a workout routine personalized for your needs, which is important. The workouts adapt to your growth, so each workout is challenging enough to push you to make progress. They tell you when to rest, because rest is a very important part. A lot of people make the mistake of just working out every single day and burning themselves out. That is not the best way to put on muscle or lose weight or any of those things. So rest is also important and things like that. Also, it's a very educational service because there's over 1,000 demonstration videos. So if this is your first time getting into fitness, you have 1,000 demonstration videos at the tips of your fingers, and you can learn a lot of things through that. So level up your workout. Join Fitbod today. Get 25% off your subscription or try the app for free for 7 days at fitbod.me/basement. That is fitbod.me/basement. So get that 25% off your subscription or try the app for free. fitbod.me/basement.
And listen, while you're on a personal health journey, or you're going to a game, or you're on your way to work, why don't you let us join you? thebasementyard.com/thebasementyard. What?
Basementyard.com.
I don't know.
/the basement yard / the basement yard.
I don't know if that's a thing. It's definitely not a thing.
Thebasementyard.com /the basement yard? No. What would that even be? I don't know. To the basement yard / the basement yard.
I mean, Patreon.com/thebasementyard. Let us join you and hang out. We tell you guys about Patreon all the time, so make sure you go check it out. You join that first tier, you get these weekly episodes 1 whole week in advance, and in that second tier you get exclusive episodes every single Friday. They're kind of all over the place, just like I am right now while doing this. So go check it out, patreon.com/thebasementyard, and if you can, make sure you actually go to the patreon.com website and sign up, because Apple is onto something and I don't know what it is, but go to patreon.com/thebasementyard on your web browser, sign up, and come along for the party. It's going to be fun.
Come along for the party. Basementyard.com/thebasementyard. That'll bring you right to the basement.
All right, I have a question for you. Did you have a proper English breakfast?
While we were out there?
Yeah.
No, but I did the last time I was there, and it was great. Beans on
was.
toast, dude, is good. I said that when
I
came
had
in,
an English
said it.
breakfast and an Irish breakfast. I think the only difference is like the whole like pudding situation.
What kind of one's a black pudding?
I think they call it different things. Like I don't want to get into it, and the Irish people will fuck me up. But like there was also white pudding on the Irish breakfast.
White pudding.
Yeah, it's like
Rice pudding?
no, it's white. So there's black pudding, which is like pig's blood and like stuff, and then white pudding, which is just like fat and like animal balls or some shit. And I gotta say,
The balls were good?
they were not the balls, but like the puddings that were presented. The presented puddings were delicious.
Yeah?
I really liked them.
They figured it out, dude.
Love beans too. You know how I feel about beans.
Dude, beans and toast is good. Why
It's
do people
just-
shit on it?
Well, I think they shit on it because it's just like, it's such a strange combination. You know, like beans are, and I know we're speaking as filthy dumb, you know,
I mean,
Americans.
if you put beans on a hot dog, that's bread and beans.
But the hot dog is the star of that.
Yeah.
Like the hot dog is the Guardian of the Galaxy. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not a side player in the movie.
Okay.
Like the beans on top are meant to accompany the hot dog, where the beans on toast, it's just like beans on toast.
Yeah, but that's like a side. It's not like that's your full breakfast is beans on toast. Like
I
there's
mean,
other stuff.
bro. That's a big part of the breakfast, dude. Those are both very filling.
I think everyone gets to shine though.
I agree.
They have like it all spread out.
It is also just like a random like assortment. Like who in their right mind would have been like beans for breakfast?
I don't know.
Again, I don't hate it.
I like it.
I love beans,
Yeah.
but just with everything else, it was just like, all right, this is a strange. And then there were bangers on there. There was puddings on there, eggs on there. You know,
Eggs.
was this your first fish and chips that you had? Proper?
No. But fish and chips is good. I don't know what kind of fish is that. I don't even know.
Cod, I think, right?
Yeah.
And have you ever had fish and chips?
Yeah, I don't like it.
I will say, the chips out there.
Are better.
I think so.
Well, because our potato, everything of our food over here is trying to kill us.
I wish I had $1 for every time you said that while we were there.
It's
Frankie
true.
would eat everything and be like, "This is so good." You know why? Because there's poison in American food.
I mean, there is. Let's be honest.
I'm being.
But like, everything was just better, and the Guinness
The Guinness was great,
and
we learned how to pour it.
Oh,
Split the G a few times.
we didn't split the G a few times. Joey split the G
You
a few
split the
times.
G.
Once, but like you were on a roll for a sec.
I don't know if that's good or bad.
It's probably great.
And then we got an insight. We went to the Guinness factory, which was amazing. If you guys are ever out in Dublin, go to the Guinness factory. It's like Willy Wonka and the Guinness factory, basically.
Yeah, it is.
It's very colorful. There's screens. There's things moving.
We walked into one room and I thought we were in Lumen. Like it
Yeah,
was
it was
like
Severance.
it was white.
Yeah, everything was
White.
very white.
Very white. And then there were just like little things to smell. Remember
there
that?
was
There was
these-
like these
these
pillars. Yeah.
And there was smoke pillowing out of them, and then you smell them, and it's like, that's yeast. And then, so, there was like, this is yeast, this is that. And then there was this other shit, and he's like, this is like, there was a word for it that I can't remember, but he's like,
Barley.
no, it was
Hops.
like, no. It was the thing that, he was like, this is what the
Oh,
guys
the guys
smell
would
like.
come home. It was like the sweetened something, and they'd
Yeah.
come home and they were like sweet.
Yeah, and like, oh, their wives love them because they smelled like this. And then at the end of it, he was like, which one was your favorite scent? And I was like, the guys.
So Joey's like, I like the men.
Yeah, and then we went, and then we had a Guinness, and then they do your picture on the Guinness.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. They do your picture on the Guinness. I just got to say this. We did have a competition on who had the better Guinness pour.
Frank and
Mikey.
Mikey
and I won.
Yep.
And I was fully ready to concede. I thought my pour looked like shit.
The expert though.
The expert, he knows. But I also, like, before that, I was just like, say it's mine, please. I don't know if he actually listened or if he, like, legitimately, I guess he's been tampered with.
There was a camera around, so he probably felt like he had to say that.
He might have been tampered with.
You tampered with him. But yeah, no, the Guinness factory was a really good time. And then they have a bar on top of the factory.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a panoramic view. Awesome.
Yeah,
Dublin
it was really
awesome.
cool. I had, like, a moment, like, looking out and just being like,
I'm in Dublin.
we're Dublin.
Yeah.
I will say, just as a whole, pub culture out there is very different. Like, Americans, like, when in America, when you drink to go. You know what I'm saying? Like, you drink to get drunk. Over there, it's, like, very casual. Like, for lunch, they'll have a pint or two and then go back to work and just be like, let's do the rest of our day.
I also just love how maybe this is like I thought it was interesting that there was so many women also, like, outside the Irish pubs drinking beers, because I feel like that's not something you really see.
Yeah, because Americans were just like, you're a lady? Here, I have this skinny little mini beanie for you.
Yeah.
Where it's like, man, you want something? Drink this fucking beer.
Yeah. But, like, and also there's a lot of guys, like, out in suits and stuff in the middle of the day or whatever, and they're just outside. And I'm like, this is so awesome.
It was like it is crazy, just like how not of a party atmosphere it was. You know what I mean? Like, bro, we were there when we landed in London. It was like Monday afternoon.
Yeah,
pubs were filled.
Yeah.
Like, and like not afternoon, like 4 p.m. Like, people might have gotten off work early.
Yeah,
like,
it was like 2, 1.
Yeah, and like I'm not even talking filled. Like, inside was filled, and then the street and across the street outside.
That we need to bring.
We do
here because we had it during COVID, but then it's gone. Where it's like you can go into a pub, get a pint, and then stand out on the sidewalk. And they make all the pubs with like a shelf, so you can put your beer right there.
And not even just like immediately outside. Like, remember that one we went to before the London show? People were across the street, down the block on the corner, and then they bring their glasses back.
Yeah.
This is, Americans, we would have taken that shit so quick.
Have you ever taken a glass from a beer place? I'll tell you someone who has. My mother.
Oh, I
stole 2 of them.
Bro.
I was like, what the fuck are you doing?
I know an old white woman that also steals, like, glasses and wine glasses from bars. Like, it's just like not like often, but like has done it.
Who?
Becca's mom. Becca's mom, dude. Her mentality,
I think it's just
she's
like
done it,
I
think, like twice, and she's just like, I paid for this, I'm taking it. And it's like, that's the wildest, most American.
You paid for the thing in the cup. Yeah, no, my mom was like, oh, these are really nice. And it had like the brewery's logo on it.
Yeah.
I was like, taking 1. I was like, taking 2 is insane.
One, yeah. I think after the second time, Becca's mom was just like, I probably shouldn't do that again.
We walked outside. I'm just hearing cling, cling. I'm like, what the fuck is that? You just
Bro,
steal glasses? She's
people
like, yeah.
love taking stuff and just saying it's theirs. My dad, when we would go to Cracker Barrel, would steal, without exaggeration, every time, at least 12 or 13 of the mini bottles of the Cracker Barrel syrup.
Like pancake syrup?
Yeah.
What is he going to do with that?
You put it on pancakes, brother.
Really?
Oh, have you ever been to a Cracker Barrel?
I'll be honest with you. I've never been there. I don't know what it looks like, and I always get it confused with Crate and Barrel.
Yeah, that's fair.
I used to think that you would go buy furniture, but there was also food there because the way people talked about it.
Well, that's IKEA, and it sounds great. You've been to a Cracker Barrel?
Never.
It's called like Cracker Barrel Old Country Mill. It's like, like Southern style food where it's just like, grits, fried chicken, chicken fried steak,
pulled pork.
I don't know. I haven't been in quite a while. I don't think my body can physically handle going back.
Is it like fast food? Is it buffet?
It's like IHOP. It's like a chain like IHOP.
Oof, okay.
But like not as bad as IHOP. But like IHOP. You know what I mean? So
IHOP does pancakes well.
No, they don't.
They do.
I won't say. I've never walked out of an IHOP and been like, that was yummy. I've walked out and said like, what is happening in my body could only be attributed to like Robert Oppenheimer.
There might be something going on with you. I think that pancakes are just pancakes.
There definitely is something going
You've
on
had a
with me.
pancake that tasted different than other pancakes?
Of
I
course
feel
I
like
have.
pancakes taste the same.
No, I've had better pancakes, better like whether they're buttermilk or like people do like whole wheat pancakes.
But that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying like just a pancake, a regular pancake.
I've had there is definitely a hierarchy to pancakes.
Really? I've
100%.
never felt a difference in pancakes. With the way they look, yeah.
You definitely then you're not having enough pancakes.
I'm not having enough pancakes.
So then you need to up your pancake game because a good pancake and a bad pancake, there is like a fucking kilometer difference between the two.
Oh, I don't even know.
But I forgot what I was saying.
I did that. Cracker Barrel.
Cracker Barrel.
Cracker Barrel.
But like the front is like you could get like like little trinkets and stuff like that. Like you could buy like a flamingo pot for your front porch, or you could buy like old timey 1920s bubble gum. Like it's just weird. And then it's a restaurant in the back.
Bubblegum. They sell merch at this place?
Yeah. And then
Wow.
like in the back, it's like Hard Rock Cafe. In the
I've
back,
also never been. You just gasped. And that was crazy. I've never been in a rock hard.
it's like Rainforest Cafe.
rock hard cafe.
Yeah.
Hard Rock, brother. You've probably been to a Rock Hard Cafe.
This might have been there.
The rock hard.
Maybe after you saw Big Ben, you went right to the Rock Hard.
Honestly, maybe.
And you've been through a Hard Rock.
I
I almost went with Rock Hard
I
too.
got you now.
When we went to the rehab pool party in Vegas. Oh, you didn't went to rehab pool party in Vegas.
Yeah, I wasn't never been to rehab.
I know.
But yeah, no, I don't think so.
But like, so Cracker Barrel's known for their maple syrup.
okay.
And we would go. So all the times we like drove down to the south to see my family, when my dad would drive us, we would stop at every Cracker Barrel on the way. Which, guess how many Cracker Barrels there are on the way to Jacksonville, Florida?
Hundreds probably.
At least 15. And without exaggeration, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, we would stop.
At Cracker Barrel.
Because my dad was obsessed. And
Wow.
he would get there, and he thought he was running like a Lufthansa heist level fucking racket. Where he's going in, and they're like, he orders pancakes, and he's like, bring me 5 bottles of your syrup. You don't need to, we already know about my father's.
5 bottles of syrup.
We already know about my father's.
They're like nips?
They're nips. And then they would go, and they would bring them, and he'd put them in his like jacket. And my dad was wearing like Adidas tracksuits that had like the jacket, like the pocket in here was like mesh on the inside. So the fucking waiter or waitress would come, they'd drop the bottles, and then my dad would put them in his pockets, and they'd come back and they'd be like, how's everything doing? Everything okay? He's like, I never got my bottles of syrup. And they're like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And they'd go, and he'd do that another like time.
Why does anyone need that much syrup?
My father is clearly diabetic.
That's so weird.
And he
Would he just drink them?
No, he would put them on his pancakes.
But like, why would you? But you're in the place where they have the syrup.
I don't
Why
know.
would you need more?
I don't know, dude.
And like, you don't have
But then,
pancakes in
but
your
then
car.
he would leave with them.
Right.
So at his house, we would open his fridge, and there was on the fridge door dozens of nips of Cracker Barrel syrup.
It's so unnecessary.
It's so stupid.
much money
and
does he think
then
he's saving?
next to it, he would have a regular sized jar of it that he would buy. So he would basically get a 2-for-1 special.
How much money does he think he's saving by robbing these places of syrup?
My father, come on.
It's unbelievable.
We would walk out, and he would be giddy.
Got him again.
Because he would think like,
Get in the car. Get in the
"Boy,
fucking car.
I pulled one over on them.
Yeah, the wool
And
over
his
that ice.
fucking pockets were so heavy with these glass bottles of maple
They're
syrup.
glass?
Yes. That the pocket would hang out the bottom like elastic of his fucking track jacket. This guy would think like, I got him, and they would just be like, all right, see you later. Like, they fucking clearly knew.
That's so crazy.
It was,
Also, they're probably just like, dude, you're not, like, we will give them to you if you want. They're free. Just ask them.
Just ask, and we will give you this free maple syrup that we're offering.
Damn.
Oh man,
I've never been there, so I don't know.
save yourself the time.
I love syrup though, dude.
I know, I do too. But
if you had a bowl, like a regular bowl, right, of like a cereal bowl, but it was filled with syrup and you had a straw, how long is it taking you to finish?
I'm dying before I finish that bowl, dude.
Let's say
there's no health repercussions. No health repercussions on.
it's still very sweet.
Yeah, I put like real maple syrup sweet and like fake, like Old County Mill or whatever it's called.
Pearl milling.
Something like that. That is like, I can't have that. But like real maple syrup, I could probably get a cup or two down.
That's so crazy.
I mean, I'd hate myself immediately afterward.
Yeah. You ever see videos of people just like chugging like
Well, that's what a bowl of maple syrup is what is in my morning routine now.
What?
I shove my face into a bowl of maple syrup.
Oh, I see what you're doing. I was like, what are you talking about? Can you imagine?
TheBasementYard.com/thebasement.
Don't forget to go to thebasementyard.com.
Well, everyone is talking about this whole morning routine. Ashton Hall. Thank God I wasn't going to say what I thought the real last name was.
Kutcher?
No, I was going Tate. Ashton Hall. It's been everywhere. We haven't gotten the chance to talk about it because we were in Europe.
Yeah.
Released his morning routine. And
Well, he's been doing it. I've seen this guy. Josh always sends me his videos.
why? I mean, first of all, guy is shredded,
Yoked up.
shredded like a bag of mozzarella.
Guess guys shredded huge like Big Ben. Bringing that back. He wakes up, he tapes his mouth.
So
Have you done that?
no, I have not.
Have you done anything with sleep before, like a mask or?
I mean, I've had to do there was like a summer where like my snoring was bad, so I had a mouthpiece.
Summer.
Yeah, honestly, and then it just stopped.
Okay.
And I had a mouthpiece, but like all these like get slim quick schemes of like sleeping with tape over your mouth or something like that.
Bro, there's this thing on TikTok where people have like, it's the TikTok shop, so they make a video and they talk about a product, and if people buy
you
through their
click
link,
it, yeah.
they make money. So people just make up the wildest stories. And there was one I saw where it was like they picked a random celebrity, and it may have been, it probably wasn't Tom Hardy, but like they'll be like, Tom Hardy is saying that people are getting uglier, and this is why.
Wait, hold on.
And then it's if you tape your mouth, then your jaw, like they'll show people like a before and after where they're like this. And then the next photo, they use tape. Like, this is just after 2 weeks, and they're like 100 pounds lighter.
Do we know for sure if Tom Hardy is calling people ugly?
No, we don't.
So how do you know that this marketing technique is not based off truth, Joey?
Because the whole thing is a fallacy. That's why. I'd be afraid to sleep with the
Tom
mouth
Holland's out here and says all you guys are fat pigs.
Yeah, but like,
I spoke to Jimmy Kimmel last week, and he said everyone is disgusting as hell.
have you ever worn one of those nose straps?
When I was younger, like the sticky ones, but
I've
the
worn
magnetic ones.
Those are amazing.
They just like, didn't you say you wore one and you could like smell the earth or something?
Bro, I've literally, I've never had that much. I've never had that much. I've never had that much oxygen. Why is that so hard for me to say?
Still fucked it up.
My neck feels
You've never
weird.
had that much oxygen.
See, you got to pause. I've never
Much
had that much.
oxygen.
I've
much
never
oxygen. Much oxygen. Much oxygen.
I've never had that much oxygen.
There you go.
There we go. In my nose, like I had like there's like a bendy thing in this thing, and it sticks to your nose, and it opens up your nostrils like this.
Yeah, but like you don't get that thing where like when your nostrils your nostrils are too like unobstructed, that
And then it
like
gets cold?
It gets cold up there.
Yeah.
and it's freezing, and I want warmth back in my nose.
I agree, but it's not like that because it only opens up like this part. It doesn't open up like your
Sinuses, yeah.
So it like but I like it a lot to have that.
Well, yeah. So he's taping his mouth. He's waking up.
Waking up at like 3:21 a.m.
Listen, I don't know Ashton at all. I think he's a former NFL player, if that's not mistaken.
I have no idea.
I know that there's a lot of discipline that comes with being a professional athlete. If you don't need to wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning, don't wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah,
and if you do, shut up about it.
4 a.m. wake-ups?
Just like the only people that tell you that they wake up early are the people that wake up early. You know what I like? That's not what I meant.
How?
That's not what I meant.
The only people
At thebasementyard.com/thebasementyard.
Yeah, the basement yard, yeah, oxygen. The only people that like. I'm just gonna stop.
This should be
I'm just
good
gonna
because
get-
I feel like you were gonna repeat the same thing. What you're
I'm
trying
just
to
saying,
say
like,
is people
the
who
only
wake up.
people that talk about waking up early are like the people that do it for no reason. You know what I mean? It's just like I get up every day at 4 a.m. now, and
Yeah.
it's just like way to go, way to fucking go. But
4
like
a.m. is a little early. He also says he goes to sleep at like 8 p.m.
crazy.
Yeah, it's just kind of wild.
That's what I was gonna say. The same people that say that usually go to sleep at 6:30 p.m. Like Mark.
Yeah.
Wahlberg.
Mark Wahlberg's
Yeah.
another one. He's like, yeah, I'm up at 3:10, getting it, and he's just like doing pull-ups.
Bro, he wakes up that early to just pray.
He does have
He
some
stays
prayer.
prayed up, as he says.
Stay prayed up.
Yeah, he goes stay. There's a video of him praying in his house, and he turns around. And he's like, "Stay prayed up." And it's like, come on,
Like,
Mark.
dude, it's 4 a.m. No one's watching.
I mean,
this.
it's better than what he used to do back in his old days. There was some stuff there. There was some stuff.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, this guy wakes up. He does the face cold plunge thing.
Okay.
I've never done it.
Okay, and it's with Saratoga water.
Yeah.
Have you ever had Saratoga water?
No, I've never heard of it until these videos.
Oh, I've had it.
Which, if
It's
I'm
good
this
water.
dude,
It's expensive water.
if I'm this dude, I need millions.
I mean, I can imagine off of this video alone, this guy got.
If some company has to be coming in and being like, yo, use our water, we'll pay you this much, and it would be worth it for them.
I mean, I think I saw something that was just like Saratoga water. Their sales skyrocketed after this.
Yeah.
Hey,
All the people parodying, all the people parodying,
all the people doing a parody of this bought
all
Saratoga.
the people doing a parody of these videos bought a lot of Saratoga water, and it's, oh my God.
Yeah, it's tough.
But yeah, so he wakes up and he goes to the pool and he just and then he just does sprint workouts and he's just sprinting. But he also has like a bodyguard that he has with him.
God damn, bro! If I
God damn.
this guy is yoked with a capital. Whoa.
Whoa, dude. We just found out Frankie's type.
No. No, I mean, dude, look at this guy. I mean, clearly whatever he is doing is working. There is a level of discipline that comes with that morning routine. Like, he's also probably eating only, like, kale. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't get the whole, like,
It's banana.
banana.
Oh, and the banana thing at 8:43 in the
Doesn't
morning.
he rub his face with it?
He rubs his face with the banana peel, which I don't know
Why?
what's the science behind that.
Oh, no. Is this being marketed as, like, an alpha male thing? Have the alpha males taken this again?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, my God.
I think it's just this dude doing his morning routine, and like it's just like that. Like
Is there
it's like
science,
ASMR too.
Is there science behind the rubbing of the banana peel?
None that I'm aware of. I didn't look into it. I don't know.
Because honestly, the cold water in the face thing, that's just an ice plunge.
Yeah,
That's just an ice bath, but just for your face to tighten up your skin.
right.
You know, but like,
See, I didn't even know that.
oh yeah, well that's what the cold water does. Hot water. Here we go. So apparently, rubbing banana peels on face, it creates glowing skin, reduces wrinkles, acts as a moisturizer, hydrates the skin, helps in collagen production, treats acne, treats sun damage, and reduces under eye dark circles. Also, by the way, what website's this from?
Yeah, this is just a photo we're seeing.
Yeah.
I'm good on rubbing a banana on my face.
I mean, if it were to like help,
It is said to tighten sagging skin, brighten complexion, and reduce wrinkles.
I mean, it's not impossible.
I don't think it's impossible. I don't think that rubbing a banana on your face like does nothing. I just wouldn't want to smell like a banana all day.
I mean, I imagine because doesn't he do this and then he goes and like works out and then showers and stuff and has a day?
Oh yeah, maybe.
So like, it's not like he's just like before I leave, rubbing a banana peel on his face.
yeah.
Here's my thing.
Mm-hmm.
Clearly, it's working for this guy. Good for him.
Would you ever get Botox?
No. Because society has not placed a standard on me as a man to get Botox. Because aging as a man is different from aging as a woman.
What does the aging as a woman thing have to do with what you just said?
Well, because like there's more pressures on women. I feel I am blessed. My male privilege has provided me with the opportunity to not feel a societal pressure in order to get Botox.
No, I'm saying, would you get it?
No, I don't want to.
Now I'm asking how those things are related.
I was making a point. I was on my soapbox, babe.
Yeah, I know you were up there.
No, but like seriously, like I don't want to, but also there is, because there is less pressure on me as a man to age. So like that is a real thing.
I don't even, but I'm like I'm legitimately confused by like what you're saying.
What is confusing about what I am saying?
You're saying no, but your reasoning is like
no, because I don't want to.
Right.
Because
So
I don't feel the pressure to have to look younger.
Oh, that's what you're saying. I was like, I don't know what you're saying.
How are you not 2 and 2, 2 and 2, brother, 2, 2, 2,
Frank,
4.
I asked you if you wanted Botox.
Yeah, and I
you
said
started
no.
talking about women.
Yeah, because of the societal standard and shit like that.
I'm not even talking about that. I'm asking you.
My reasoning is because I don't feel pressure. And I don't want to.
That I'm understanding. But when you started being like, well, there's pressure on women. And I'm like, you're a man.
You saw how high I got up there? My voice?
That was actually impressive, honestly. You sound like Elmo.
I'm just, here's the thing. What if we get to 50,000 patrons, will you get lip injections?
No way.
What about a BBL?
A BBL?
Will you get a BBL?
Absolutely not. Also, I heard that's a dangerous procedure. People have died.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, what about this?
You know, people get Botox in their pits so they don't sweat. Would you do that?
No, because I don't really sweat much.
Me neither.
I'm not a big sweat man.
I think if I had a big issue, I would do it.
Yeah, I mean, I know people. Well, you don't sweat much.
No, my pits. My pits don't
yeah,
sweat.
your
my
head
sweats like
Can
crazy.
you get Botox on your head to stop?
See, I don't know. I would be afraid to like not have a moving head. You know.
I knew a boy that got Botox, and like he literally was just like, "Hey." Just like that.
Hey,
if you found out, like, if there was like legit signs to come out, there's like, yo, by the way, this banana peel thing is legit.
Mm-hmm.
You gonna start?
Yeah, why not? I eat bananas pretty regularly, so
you just
I'm
eat
right
the
there.
banana and then just kind of
bing, bing, bing. But I do like moisturizing.
I don't like the feel that bananas leave on your hand. It's like this. You know what I'm talking about? It's like
it's a little
like slippery, but like
grainy too.
It stops.
I don't know that I've had. I don't know what you mean by that.
You know what I'm talking about? Where like your hand like kind of like
like
starts to
rubber.
glide, but like it's like. You know what I'm saying?
I do.
Thank you, Ann.
I got you.
Unbelievable. We do have some more sponsors before the dolphin noises. We get back to that, but we do have some more sponsors. Listen, we have Rocket Money. It's a personal finance app that's going to put money back in your pocket by finding and canceling unwanted subscriptions. It monitors your spending, and it can help lower your bills. Okay, you upload a picture of your bill. You say, hey, can you help me lower this? If they can, they will do that for you. And like I said, it also monitors your spending. If you want to abide by a budget, and you're saying, okay, I don't want to go over this, then you put in that budget and you put in your expenses and this and that. Make sure you're being financially responsible. But the biggest way people are saving money with this is finding and canceling unwanted subscriptions, because a lot of the times people sign up for things and they don't end up using them. They use them for like a month or two and they end up paying like 6 months of it, throwing money down the drain. Or you do a free trial, you forget that it kicks in, and now it's $10 a month or something like that. You want to cancel that, you can do that with Rocket Money. Even if you feel like you're very on top of your expenses, it's worth it just to go on and make sure that there is nothing that you're paying for that you don't want. So you can cancel your unwanted subscriptions and reach your financial goals faster with Rocket Money. Go to rocketmoney.com/basement today. $500 million in canceled subscriptions, by the way. Saving members up to $740 a year when using all the app's premium features. So go to rocketmoney.com/basement today to get started. Like I said, make sure that you're putting all that money back in your pocket. rocketmoney.com/basement. And lastly here, we have HelloFresh. And HelloFresh is a meal delivery service. You get farm-fresh, pre-portioned ingredients and seasonal recipes delivered right to your doorstep. Okay, you go onto their website, you pick from their rotating cookbook recipe thing that they have there. You see the meals that you like. Boom. You're like, I want this. I want this. I want this. They'll send you the ingredients. Like I said, pre-portioned, so nothing goes to waste. Even the salt and pepper or whatever you need. They have all the stuff there. And you just cook it. And you can keep the little card, make a little cookbook out of it, and be like, oh, I want to make that again. It's a great way to get into cooking. It's also a great way to learn about cooking, to learn about new recipes. A lot of the time, for me personally, that's like the hardest part about cooking is I only make the only like 4 things. So like it's nice to have a website where it's like, oh, here's like a cool recipe, here's how to make it, blah blah blah. You get to keep that in your brain moving forward. So right now you can get up to 10 free meals and a free high protein item for life at hellofresh.com/basement10fm. 1 item per box with active subscription. Free meals applied as discount on first box. New subscribers only, varies by plan. That's up to 10 free HelloFresh meals. Just go to hellofresh.com/basement10fm. Okay, again, that is basement10fm. hellofresh.com. Go enjoy, folks. Boom.
So what I was going to say before, the thing that pisses me off about this, because it's clearly working for him, good for him, is now like all the companies that are like posting images and videos of their morning routine, like McDonald's. It was like a bowl of McDonald's Sprite, and like the just like it's
What would happen if you stuck your face into a bowl of McDonald's Sprite?
I'm coming out looking like a fucking skeleton, like Creepshow.
I feel like my hair on my face would turn orange.
Do you think you could really tell the difference between McDonald's drinks and non-McDonald's drinks?
Absolutely not.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to say yes. You?
No way.
Just any other drink? Probably not.
No, but like a
Fountain-
regular Coca-Cola and a fountain McDonald's
for
Coca-Cola.
sure.
Fountain's different.
Yeah.
Don't they also, they put like water in it? Oh,
Well, yeah, because you'll see like the fountain, they'll do like half of it will be like
Yeah.
the syrup, and the other half will be just seltzer.
Is that what that is?
Yeah, if you look really closely, that's
Yeah.
why on
I've seen a video of someone like separating them.
yeah, basically. That's why like also on a lot of soda machines they have a button that's just seltzer water. You know, which crazy. I got to tell you, one of the greatest inventions of the 21st modern century has been that big machine that has like hundreds of sodas in it.
Oh, the digital one?
Where you're just like, I want Coke, and there's 80 different types of Coke, and it's just, but like who's having like peach Coca-Cola? You know what I'm saying?
Is that a flavor?
It's got to be up there.
I'll try.
They have a bunch of those. Were you a vanilla Coke guy?
Oh, God, so good.
Ugh,
Vanilla
So good.
Coke?
It's really good.
disgusting. Dude.
Oh, I think I've had vanilla Coke. What are the other Cokes that's been out?
There was like Coke Twist,
Black cherry
or Pepsi
Coke.
Twist. Black cherry Coke is the best. It's
Black cherry
basically
Coke is
just
good.
It's basically just Dr Pepper. There was like lime or lemon. Let's see. Oh, we're at the official Coca-Cola website. Cherry Coke, yeah.
I don't think I've
absolutely.
ever had
Coke
that.
vanilla, disgusting. Get it out. I'll kill someone. 0 sugar. Come on, that's it?
What the hell?
Yeah.
No, there's way more
You know
than
what I'll
that,
do?
dude.
I could look up the big magic machine.
Yeah, look
So
up the
you
big
guys keep
magic
going.
machine. But like, I was just a classic Coca-Cola guy. When they started throwing like lemon and like fucking stuff in there.
You know what I hate? The Tostitos chips that have like a lime zest. Gross.
You know what's the grossest chip I've ever had? They used to make. They were like guacamole flavored ones.
Tostitos?
Yeah.
They made a guacamole chip?
They were disgusting.
Why do I need to
Look
be
at
a-
all those sodas, dude.
Pib.
Pib is just.
Isn't that...
So we have so cream soda Coca-Cola. Joey would probably fucking come in his pants for that.
Oh, there is a peach.
I told you there's
What
a
is
peach.
tropical Coke?
What is tropical Coke?
All right. They're not even trying to hide it. They're trying to kill us.
Orange Coca-Cola? Is it orange soda?
Yeah, what are we
like
doing
what?
here?
Why not just go with the classic Fanta, or what was the other one?
Crush.
Crush, dude. Slice. Remember Slice?
Slice!
Slice was a good one.
I liked Slice better.
Yeah, I don't know. So, all right, go back. All right, go back again.
I hate soda.
One more fucking time.
I'm trying.
All right, so Joey, you're going to the movies because this is where I've seen this most recently. I haven't seen this at like a restaurant or anything. You're going to the movies. First of all,
I'm not getting soda.
give me. Can you just for fucking 2 seconds play around?
What I'm telling you is that
Play around, Joey.
What I'm telling you is
Fuck.
that I'm getting a slushie.
Disgusting.
What?
Because those are the airy slushies. Those aren't the good ones. You want the
You gotta let
slush
it melt
puppy.
a little bit before
you want
you go
the slush
crazy.
puppy. You don't want the slushy icy ones.
No, I don't mind that. You gotta let it.
No.
Whatever.
All right. So you can't get that because the machine is broken, and I would shoot you in the back of the head.
Which one of these am I getting?
So you order. First of all, you go to the front. You get pretzel nuggets, and you get a popcorn. And knowing you'll get like snow caps or something.
Snow caps. What am I already dead? My grandma loved those.
All right, you'll get
Cookie dough bites.
Cookie dough bites.
Yeah.
Or you'll get
Mike and Ike's.
or Mike and Ike's or peanut M&Ms.
Ooh.
Peanut M&Ms.
Yeah. Or
All right.
three, honestly.
So now you have your salty, you have your sweet.
Now
What
I
are you
need a
getting
drink.
for soda? You're going to this machine. You got to press one of these machines.
Let me see. Scroll down a little bit. What do we got here?
I'm going
The
Coca-Cola.
fuck is Mellow Yellow?
They call me Mellow Yellow. It's basically
Yo,
Mountain
Minute
Dew.
Maid lemonade. The ice pops are good.
Yo, Minute Maid lemonade is more sugar than I think sugar is sugar. Does that make sense? I've never tasted something so sweet. I think. All right, I'm gonna guess. Honestly,
you already know what I'm gonna get.
I'm gonna guess
This
here.
is easy, Frank.
I'm gonna guess here.
It's easy.
I'm gonna give 3 answers.
There's only one, and you know it.
Scroll down, then, please. I'm gonna say it's going to be. You said you're not getting soda.
No, I mean if you're making me get soda,
I'm
I'll get soda.
making you get
Yeah,
soda. Scroll up.
Scroll up.
I think Joey is going with a Barks.
Yeah, I am.
I knew it.
I'm getting that root beer.
He's getting that Barks root beer. Scroll up. I said now.
Oh,
You just want to
There
look at
it
the
is.
logo. Yeah, I'm getting a root beer.
But they have like different flavor, like
Not
vanilla.
vanilla.
root
No,
beer.
I'm getting like classic
Oh.
root beer.
If I'm not going with Coca-Cola, and I decide to be a little playful and fun and naughty, what one do you think am I going with?
naughty.
Scroll down.
Sure.
Would you get a Dr. Pepper?
I'm not a giant Dr. Pepper guy.
It's not naughty enough, I'll be honest.
Not naughty enough for
not
me.
naughty
I need
enough.
something filthy.
Oh, you'd get it a high C.
I might.
Yeah, you
I
would.
might get a high C.
I've watched
a
you get a
fruit
high C.
punch, baby. That's straight red 40 into my veins.
Yeah.
What the
yeah,
hell
yeah.
is pineapple high C?
I don't know, but that sounds delicious. I love pineapple stuff.
I will say this.
I don't like pineapples.
Yeah, vanilla high C is crazy.
a lot
That's
of vanilla.
disgusting.
Oh, I love pineapples.
I don't like love them, but I love pineapple flavored things.
See, that's so funny you say that because that's how I am with bananas. I love bananas. I don't like banana flavored things at all.
Me too.
Same with orange. Actually, orange is the exception. I love oranges, and I often like orange flavored things, but or green apples. Oh man, you get me going. I love a good green apple, a nice little tart, and crisp and refreshing. But the moment you have green apple flavored something, I'm gonna take my head and I'm gonna put it into a lawnmower and I'm gonna have it going full speed.
You hate green apple. I know that you absolutely hate that.
Well, like the flavoring is just like it's not actual peep. It's not actual. It's not actual peep. It's not actual green apple flavor. It's just sour. That's it. I just don't like it. But yeah, I think you're right. I think I'm going high C fruit punch.
I've gotten a high C at like a Subway before.
Eat fresh.
What did you say?
I do like
that?
Sprite a lot.
I haven't had a
Strawberry Sprite
Sprite.
probably fucking kills me.
Yeah.
What is lemonade
Strawberry
Sprite?
shit is so good.
Yeah, but it's not. Again, this is America. None of this is actual strawberry flavoring. It's just chemicals. It's like made of like.
Yeah, dude, duh.
But like you go to other. Bro, did you ever see when we were in London? We stopped at like a convenience store. Have you ever seen what like real bottled lemonade looks like and what American bottled lemonade looks like?
No.
Dude, look up like London bottled lemonade or any other country. Bro, ours is like yellow or like opaque. And theirs is like clear because that's what it is. Like it is ours is just sugar water.
Lemonade and like they're selling lemon water, is that what you mean?
No. Like real lemonade is not.
Say that looks opaque to me, Chief.
No. That's not the one I was talking about. I guess we're not gonna be able. It's gonna be too niche to find, so it's not even worth like looking up.
Gotcha.
But yeah, dude, everything here is just fucking dumpster fuel.
Second time. Got him.
Second time what?
The Americans are poisoning us,
Oh,
which is
yeah.
happening.
Yeah.
We're getting poisoned for sure.
Yeah, it's all right.
It's fine.
We'll have a fun time while we're doing it.
Yeah.
We'll eat our.
Just rub a banana on your face and you'll be good.
We were told that people, when they go to America, it's like they want to try the American fast food.
Which is interesting. I feel like that would be the last thing that I would want to try.
Bro, when we were at the hotel in Dublin, we asked the concierge, like, oh, like, what should we try? And he was like, oh, spice bag, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, also, you need to try Irish Burger King. And we were like, what? He's like, yeah, it's, like, incredible. I'm like, huh? Burger King?
I don't know.
Didn't make any sense.
Dude, Dublin also, like, when I was there and then getting home, like, I've, like, been seeing shit on TikTok. It's, like, a very underrated city for food.
Yeah,
Like,
all
they
the
have
food that we
mad
had,
good food.
all the food we had there was great. I tried my best to just get as much like traditional Irish food as I could. You
Yeah.
know, stews and pies and
Big fat pie.
bro, oh my god, that shepherd's pie I had was crazy. What's up?
How'd you feel about the London food? Because when I went, I didn't really like it.
We went to, like, a really nice Korean barbecue place that was good.
Yeah, that was good. And then
All right.
we had like 2 or 3 times like Lebanese because everything closed.
Lebanese food was great.
When we were there, it was like stuff legitimately was not open like, to eat past like 9:30.
Yeah.
Yeah, where our
So the options were super limited.
the shows are tough because it's like you have to order shit to the green room and you can't really find anywhere to eat afterwards. You can do it in the States because things are open later, but
I will say that salad that we had before one of that London shows was
Nuts.
I'm not even kidding, one of the best salads I've had in my entire
it was
life.
unbelievable. I don't even remember the name of where it was, but it was a big fatty.
Yeah, well,
It was, and it had a lot of shit in it.
Mine
and it
had
was
goat cheese.
Fantastic. Goat cheese.
hell yeah.
Dublin. That's where we had the good cheeses.
Yo, I couldn't believe, I could not believe how good these cheeses were. I ate maybe 1.5 pounds of cheese before I went onto stage. Like, not, bro, I couldn't, I
crazy.
had to remove myself because I was sitting right next to the cheese. I had to remove myself because I was like, I'm going to eat this whole thing.
It's like, I got to get out of here.
I had to remove myself. The cheese was so good.
I forget whose idea it was to put a charcuterie on the rider, but that was such a
I think
good
it was like you and
idea.
I were just like, let's have some for charcuteries.
So good. Unbelievable
cheese,
stuff.
Cheese, man.
Anyway, just want to say, this is our first episode that we're recording, after we got back from Europe, but honestly, super crazy to, kind of do that. I know for me, when I like walked through my door and then I was like going to sleep that night, I was like, what the hell did we just do? Like it was so crazy to, I don't know. I think even now, like if we're going to like do a show or something, it's still scary to be like, oh, do people still care? Or like, are they going to show up? Or they bought tickets so long ago? Or like, do they remember that the show is tonight? And then going there and getting such crazy support. And it was just like in every city, there were people who were recognizing us and being super nice to us. Everyone at the Guinness factory was like super nice to us too. Like it was just a wild feeling. And it's one thing for it to happen where you're from, but then to have it happen in a completely different sort of area, and then also driving through towns that are not, giant cities or whatever, and then people recognizing you there, kind of. That was also weird. It's like, I don't know. It kind of put everything into perspective of how out of control and big this thing has gotten. I guess with the help of the internet, because everyone has access to that. But yeah, just wanted to say, it was really cool, getting all that support from people, and all the crowds were, super nice, and yeah, everyone was just super fucking cool. It's hard to even imagine, or not imagine. It's hard to put into words of, what that felt like. It's a crazy feeling, honestly, and I just wanted to say thanks. It was really cool. But
I got nothing to add.
Nothing to add. All right, and yeah, just wanted to say thanks, and that is all. You guys can go follow Frank. The Frank Alvarez.
Everywhere. You know where to find us.
You know where
check
he
it
is.
out.
And guys, go follow the show at the Basement Yard. And like Frank was saying earlier, if you're going to sign up for the Patreon, do it through like a website, not on your phone, because there's like a 30%.
Not through an
thing.
app. You can go to the
Not through the app,
browser.
I mean.
You can go to the browser on your phone. But
Okay. So yeah, do that, and then download the app after that. But yeah, so that's all, and we'll see you guys next time.
bye.